Congratulations, Russia. Finally, after a long argument, the decision is final. Bitcoin is legal in Russia. This made a lot of Bitcoin investors happy, and finally, the government has recognized the massive future for Bitcoin. Just a simple question: does this give government a go signal to intervene Bitcoin? I hope not. Well, let's not be a party popper here. Let's celebrate this remarkable moment of Bitcoin in Russia. Check out the interview below. A couple of weeks ago, Russian authority announced that Bitcoin use was legitimate in the eyes of the law. With a population of 146 million people, Russia is an important market for Bitcoin and other digital currencies. Cointelegraph spoke to Jake Smith of Bitcoin.com to find out if the new development calls for a celebration. Giving Bitcoin the green light. Cointelegraph: Russia's authority just endorsed the use of Bitcoin as legal. What is your reaction? Over the years, we have heard countless rumors about some countries or another first banning Bitcoin, then clarifying that they are only regulating it, then reverting to say that they are legalizing it ad infinitum. Because of this, I find it hard to get too excited or too worried whenever I hear of any country taking a policy stance on Bitcoin. However, if Russia has truly decided to give Bitcoin the official green light, then I think this is fantastic news. When the authority says Bitcoin use and transaction could be considered as money laundering and terrorism financing, what does it imply? I think it implies that the authority do not understand Bitcoin, or they have an underlying agenda they are pushing. They do not understand Bitcoin because calling it a money laundering or terrorist financing tool ignores that fiat currency, probably the very currency that particular authority are responsible for, is still the number one tool for both money laundering and for financing terrorism and black market. Bitcoin can only be used for those things because it meets all the conditions of being a good form of money. What the regulators really mean when they bring up this concern is that Bitcoin is not a form of money they can control and manipulate. They may have an agenda because they do not want the citizens of their country using a currency that they do not have control over. Impact on Bitcoin's global adoption. Is this in any way an indication of global government acceptance of cryptocurrencies? Yes. Every time a country, especially a big country like Russia, clarifies their legal stance on Bitcoin and gives it the green light, I think this is a vote of confidence for Bitcoin's global acceptance and adoption. Does the statement legalizing Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency not confusing for you? I suppose it's somewhat confusing. Mostly I find it ironic because Bitcoin and other crypto will continue to function regardless of what regulators have to say about it. I think it will provide a valuable insight into the mind of regulators that they believe they can control things that they really have no influence over. Is Russia that important of a market for this to call for a celebration? And the response is, every country that gives Bitcoin the green light is a cause for celebration. But Russia's population is 143 million, nearly half the size of the United States. As a country with stricter capital controls, Bitcoin will prove especially useful to Russian residents. So, yes, I think it is worthy of celebration.